Welcome back, everyone. We are diving into some actual content today. I've bookmarked a bunch of videos that I want to dive into. I want to show you the different types of hooks, people who are teaching from different types of energy, why things work, why things don't work, why we resonate with content, why we do not. So I'm going to go through the videos that I've bookmarked, and then we might just hit the For You page and go through the content so that you can kind of see and have your own experience with some of the things that I'm sharing, and then use it to create your content. So this is the first video. Right away, he has a visual hook here with the orange because it's different from every other color here, right? So let's just listen to his video for a second.
Difference between favor and anointing. And I'm
Hook right away. So he's got two. He's got the orange where nothing else in this is orange. So it totally stands out for a second. You're like, wait, what's going on here? Why is he wearing that? What does he have on his head? What is that? Like you're drawn in right away. Before your brain even registers what it is, you're just like, wait, what is that? And then right away, I'm going to tell you the difference between anointing and favor. You know immediately what you're getting from this video, and you know if you want to stay or you know if you want to move on. So that's a visual hook and then like an audio hook as well.
going to give you two biblical stories that clearly lay this out for you. So, favor is God's divine approval and his kindness towards you.
So he goes right into delivering the value. So he had two really good hooks, the visual and the verbal hook. And then now he's going right in. And this is going to hold people's attention right away because he's now delivering information that they're either going to resonate with or not. And if they resonate, they're staying. So this is a really good piece of content.
If you are pioneering something, if you are trying to pioneer something, there are certain elements, certain X factors that
with this piece of content, you can tell the energy here is not secure. And I can't tell if she's reading something like off to the side or if she's just not looking at the camera. And all of us do that a little bit, right? Like even I will kind of like look around when I'm just like talking stream of consciousness. But for the most part, I can just like look at the camera and be talking as if I'm holding a conversation. Like this is actually how I would be if we were on FaceTime. I'd actually probably be worse on FaceTime. I'd probably be definitely looking over there or over here, like just off in my own world. But I can feel she's not confident in what she's saying, but she's got a good visual hook here. You're not stuck, you're accepting defeat. So this is a little bit more triggering. This would be like that rebel archetype. And so right off the bat, you're either going to scroll fast or you're going to be drawn in if you are drawn to the rebellion archetype. So this is why you want to play with the different archetypes, because you can make the same video with the same message and say it from a point of rebellion or say it from a point of inclusion, and you're going to draw in two different types of people. So let's just start this over again.
If you are pioneering something, if you are trying to pioneer something, there are certain elements, certain X factors that you will have to figure out for yourself. Not one person is going to be able to give you every single piece of information you are going to need. You're going to have to.
She has an important message, but I can feel in the energy, and hopefully whoever's content we're looking at today, well, I hope you do join the Ascension Lab, but if you do, please know this is not from a judgmental or offensive point. Anyways, my whole point is that she's not confident in her video here, and she doesn't have a super crystal clear message. So she's kind of like all over the place, might be reading something or might just be nervous. Either way, for me, I wouldn't stop the scroll. I would keep moving because my energy is I want somebody who's teaching from fire, teaching from knowing, teaching from security. Like if I'm going to, there's definitely people where I'm just like, I want to relate with you and watch your content. But like if I'm going to buy from you, I need to know that you've done the thing that I need. That's all I want from that type of content, right? Like I need to know that you've achieved the thing I want to do and you have a path to get me there. Or I want to relate to you or I want to learn from you, but I can't tell what archetype she's embodying here. Like her visual hook is embodying the words on, yeah, visual. The words on the screen are embodying a rebel, but she's not showing up in rebel energy. So it's kind of like catching me off guard. And then using words like if you're pioneering something, that might be really specific to her audience. They might use words like pioneering. And so they're going to stop. The average person isn't using that word in their daily language. So they're probably going to be like, I don't know what pioneering means, or that's not something I'm working on right now. Right.
Piecemeal it from all over the place. You assemble it from here, 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 here. And finally, something is going to compound in like a big bang sort of fashion where you have like a seismic shift. And the way you speed it up is by iterating quicker, by realizing, okay, is it working now? Okay, it's not. Let me switch something. Okay.
See, the message still isn't clear. I don't know what she's teaching here. I don't know what I'm supposed to walk away from. I know that I think what she wants to say is like, you are never going to have a clear path. Like the path is not paved. It's not step by step. You can't be looking outside yourself, but it's kind of confusing. But again, if the specific person that she is talking to likes pioneering, likes that language, they will be sucked in. And as she draws into her own authenticity and she overcomes her visibility blocks, they'll just be drawn in by her frequency. Let's go to the next one.
One cookie dough caramel truffles.
This right here is a great visual hook because this is different. Like if you're just scrolling through and there's all these people that are just yapping face to camera and they're just talking, right away this is going to catch her. You're gonna be like, what is she holding? Because it almost looks like it could be like a piece of dirt, but then she's like talking about how it's cookie dough and it's caramel.
That are great for your gut health.
She's telling you the benefits.
Welcome back to baked beans.
This girl's whole account is about beans, by the way. Like, it does not matter what you are talking about. Just share what you're here to share. Share the thing. She's passionate about beans and she's grown a massive following and she makes money off this. Like, it's great for her because she's following the thing she's passionate about. Do you think people probably thought she was weird when they were like, you're just gonna talk about beans? Do people care about beans that much? Like, lean into your thing. This video like proves there's an audience for everybody and her content is great. She had a great hook there. She's drawing you in. It's going to heal your gut health. It's cookie dough. And then you're immediately going to want to stay and watch and be like, wait, this whole account is about beans because her name is Bean Supporter. So she's kind of drawing you in when you're like, wait, what? And then if you're wanting a sweet tooth or if you're on a health journey, like all of this is drawing you in right away. And then she's going to take you through like the cooking process.
Nature's Caramel is a date. And these caramel cookie dough bombs are.
And then she goes into a voiceover. She's showing you what she's doing in front of the camera. Like, this is what sucks people in.
This pyramid right here is going to completely.
This guy here is showing like right off the bat coming in with a notebook. Like, where's my notebook? He's kind of like hiding behind the notebook and he's like, let me show you what's right here. You're immediately the brain is like, what's on your notebook? What are you about to show me? And then he's saying how to build a 6-figure personal brand without anxiety. So he's selling money. And he's selling ease, right? So he's talking to a very specific type of person, an entrepreneur who wants 6 figures and they want to do it without anxiety, right? And then he has content strategy for purpose-driven creators. So he's using, again, I don't know that these tactics are going to work long-term, like the 6-figure, 10K cash months, 50K cash, like I think that stuff is out. It blew up in 2020. I don't think it really is going to work, especially with Pluto in Aquarius. But this, if the person he's talking to is motivated by money, if who he wants to work with is motivated by money, then this is the right thing to put in. And he's identified a pain point of people who are creating personal brands. It gives them anxiety. So he's tapping into that. And then look at right here. He gave himself credibility, the best instructional I've ever seen on here ever. So right here in the first 3 seconds, you have a very quick thing of what you're getting out of this. You're going to know how to create a personal brand without anxiety. He's got great hooks where he's like, drawing you in with the visual, and then he's established his credibility right here.
Revolutionize your personal brand. My name is Kevin, and this is what Jesus really looks like. And over the last.
And so he's catching you off with something maybe a little off guard. Like he's got his first few second hooks down of like pulling you in. And then again, he's going to go into his credibility. The last 5 years, I've been creating personal brands. I've been doing this, that, the other thing. So you're going to see what you're getting from this, his credibility, and then you're going to want to learn from him.
Something that is not talked about enough is how important a personal brand is and how fast it can change your life.
Something that's not talked about enough. That stops people right away because they're like, what is it? What isn't talked about, right? It draws people right in. And then he's putting on the visual, everything you need to know to start and build a personal brand right away. You know what you're getting from this video. You already know. And he's saying, only if you're serious about this, it could change your life. So he's already calling out, he only wants serious people. And then he's got his notebook here. People love, again, like I do the whiteboard, like people love some type of a visual, like, let me show you what I'm doing. So these are different ways you can try and see what feels good for you of what's natural.
What I eat in a day as an active 25-year-old just trying to feel her best for breakfast.
Okay. So walking with the camera can be a hook. It is a little bit overused and oversaturated right now. So you still have to have something interesting. And what she did with the audio hook is what I eat in a day as a 25-year-old. I forget what she just said, but she's being very specific. So she is targeting a specific type of person. She's not looking to attract people in their 40s or 50s. She wants people that are around her age. Here's what I eat. I'm active. Here's what I do. This is the other thing she does that's different
This I had Japanese sweet potato avocado toast with some
Right
flaky
here. Most people who are doing these day in the lives with the food are just showing their food and then showing them take a bite. She's giving you the nutritional information right here. So she's showing you a whole different way to do this, and it does make her content unique.
salt, extra virgin olive oil, and some Belinsky breakfast chicken sausages alongside a protein chocolate mint matcha. For lunch, I had this homemade white chicken chili with zucchini, squash, onions, cannellini bean,
See, she does it again. So now she's goes into the voiceover content. She's got this thing here. So like the nutrition is what makes this also unique. And it's going to draw you in because you're going to look at it and your brain automatically wants to know like, oh, what is the bone broth? How many calories or whatever would that be? Like you would automatically want to know.
An odd but quick tip if you go to eat something but you're not hungry. Hi, I'm Kate
Sorry,
to help you
it's hard to
stop
do
over.
this on my
I've lost
phone.
over 100 pounds eating low carb.
Okay, lots of great hooks here. She's holding the cabbage directly in front of the screen. I've lost 100 pounds, and then she's eating it. So there's visual hooks. Here's how I lost 100 pounds. Everything in this video is targeting her exact audience. She wants people who want to lose weight. And then she's stopping the scroll for the average person who is like, what is this girl doing?
Carbs, so I had to try making the viral cabbage bowl. I pair this with the delicious lemonade from Ultima. I love that it doesn't have any calories.
So she's obviously doing an ad here as well, but she's bringing people in with this is the viral cabbage thing. I tried it. I'm going to tell you about it. So people automatically want to know like, oh, that thing is, oh, I remember that going viral. And then they want to know like, okay, well, how does it taste? Is it worth me making it? Oh, she's also lost 100 pounds. I want to learn from her. Like all of this is pulling people in.
Carbs or sugar, but all the electrolytes and minerals we need. Plus, they're now available at Target. So I
So
started.
she starts right away with actually bringing you through how to make it. And it's a strong visual, like her clearing out the cabbage. So anybody at this point who's made it this far in the video wants to know that recipe and they want to know how good it is because she hasn't necessarily said like, oh, you have to try this, right? So people are going to stay along. So these are all great ways to bring people into your content. Come on.
An odd but quick tip if you go to eat something but you're not hungry. Hi, I'm
Odd but quick tip. That's going to stop people right away because they're going to be like, oh, what is this lady about to say? Oh, and then again, targeting a very specific person where she's talking about if you're not hungry, but you want to eat, right? Because there's a lot of people. So these are obviously like more health, weight loss type pieces of content. But I like, I would always move the words down. They should be like right here, but whatever. But an odd but quick tip. So that's really good. And then she's going right into
paid to help you stop overeating and blaming yourself. And this is for the
here's who I am and here's what I do. So this is really good content. I have a quick tip, an odd but quick tip. Here's who I am, here's what I do, and then she's going in and she's going to deliver value right away.
What if your autoimmune symptoms weren't your body betraying?
She uses the camera in and out and like the movement as her.
What if your autoimmune?
So this is a great placement of the words right here because it's like right in line with her face. So you either want to be right above the head or right below because this is where your eyes are naturally going to go. So you want to be right there. If you're too far above, you may not see it. And then she's obviously targeting a spiritual person. Like the average person isn't going to be like, oh, my autoimmune is here to reclaim my power. Somebody who has any type of spiritual interest is going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. What is she saying?
Symptoms weren't your body betraying you? What if they
See
were?
how she's moving the camera back and forth. She's using different colored text. All of that draws people in. If I were making this video, I would not lead with, well, I would use a different hook. And I feel like there's too much focus on like the movement, like the editing of the video versus the actual content. So she's got a great hook. She does a good job bringing people in. The movement is going to kind of keep people, but it also is like not very flowy. So for me, it's kind of disorienting, but I think I would be bolder. So, I think I would use a different hook actually though. Although her hook was good, I would do something like, because I don't know what I'm going to get from her video and that would make me stop and watch or scroll. And so you want to know what you're going to get. So like, what if your autoimmune disease is, what if your autoimmune disease is a call to reclaim your power? I'm going to show you 3 signs that it's trying to get your attention for this reason. And here's what you can do. Like something for me to stay, because her energy isn't super confident. She's not teaching from a fire, or she's not embodying that fire in her. And so there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I'm going to stay and watch, because I don't know if you believe what you're saying, even though I know it's true. We all know every physical illness has an emotional cause. Like we know that, but like, I don't feel confident in what she's teaching because she doesn't feel confident. And now I'm like, well, now I don't even know what I'm going to get out of your video. I'm not really resonating with your energy. There's not a reason for me to stay. So this is a really good video topic. It's actually really important. It's super helpful. It's good information to have, but I'm not invested because of the energy and because I don't know what I'm getting from this video. Come on.
Ranking friend, you slacking and you need to close this app as soon as this video is over. First, go.
She's so bossy right off the bat, and I love this. Why you're stuck in the same place as last year. She fully embodies in this video the rebellion archetype. And then she's saying, you need to do this, and then you need to close this app right after you watch this video. So hold on, let's just play it for a
Get a
second.
pen and a notebook or take some mental notes. I'm about to tell you something.
I'm about to tell you something. You better take notes. You better close this app when you're done, and you better go start taking action, because this is why you're in the same place as you were last year. Like, it's so good.
You have this goal and you say that you want to accomplish this goal, but every single day goes by and you do nothing to help yourself accomplish this goal. And the first thing you need to do is find out why you have that goal in the first place. We always want to skip.
So now she's telling you what you need to do. She's giving you very crystal clear instructions. Like, this is what you need to do. You need to get in, clear on your why. This is how you're going to attach it. This is why it's important. So you know what you're getting from her, but she also comes across as a boss, as a mom. Like, there's an embodied wisdom here. And there's like this no bullshit attitude. So she's very much attracting her people. She's using a rebellious archetype. She's probably going to get equally amount of negative and positive comments because, people will be triggered by this. But she knows what she's doing. Like, this is a great piece of content.
Ranking health trends 1 to 10 for
red glasses, red shirt. That's a visual hook. Right away, you're stopping because these glasses are very different. And then love this, ranking health trends for nervous system regulation. So she's pulling in her exact people who she wants to talk to, are those who need to regulate their nervous system, those who have tried a ton of things, right? Because what she's probably hearing from her client pain points, I tried this, I did that, and nothing's working, or I tried this and it worked for a little bit and then it stopped working. So she's going right into a client pain point. These are the trends, and I'm going to rank them and tell you whether or not they're worth trying. So she's talking to a pain point. For those who haven't tried anything yet, she's pulling them in. Because then she's going to tell you which one is actually worth trying. She's got the visual hook here. Like, this is all really good because she's pulling people from the masses, right? People who haven't done anything and want to know which trend to try. Her actual customers that she wants to nurture, because this is why things work and don't work. And then she's got this hook that's just making you think like she's doing something different here with nervous system regulation. It's kind of quirky.
for regulating your nervous system. Supplements, 5 out of 10. They can help and support the body, but if you don't actually fix what's
So she's making it quick. Supplements, they can help or they can hurt. If you don't know where you're like, she's very to the point, which I appreciate in content, but this is great. And you can see she's got great engagement on it too.
As someone who struggled with binge eating for the longest time, I used to hate being told you have to stop restricting in order to recover, because I feel like it made no sense to me. I feel like I would restrict and I'd binge, and I feel like I wouldn't restrict and I'd let myself have things, and then I'd still end up binging anyways. And everyone would.
A couple of things here. So first of all, this girl, I love her content. She's teaching from fire. She is teaching from fire. She is the type of person, she's pulled me in 2 ways. One, if I still had an eating disorder, I would be hiring her, and she doesn't offer services, but that's how into her content I am. And this, you'll see in a second in this video, but she's teaching from her fire and she's talking about it in that way. And so you're just like, okay, I see what you're doing here. I know you've gone through this thing. If I still had an eating disorder, I would absolutely be messaging her and being like, is there any way I can pay you to coach me? Because that's how convinced I am, because it's her frequency. Her content isn't professional. Her content isn't like perfectly edited. Her frequency says, I've been in this thing and I'm talking about it. And I love when somebody's teaching from fire, even if their content doesn't give this like super. The birds are so loud. I feel like they have a message for us. I like when somebody's teaching from the fire and isn't like doing all the editing or making it look super perfect. She's talking about, I had this, I had that. This is what I've gone through. And so she's also sharing her story and her experience, which gives immediate emotional resonance. The other way she got me is I want to be on the journey with her. I love finding someone I can root for. So she hasn't necessarily said like, I've wiped this out. That eating disorder was 10 years ago and now I help people with it or whatever. I want to be on the journey. I love being on a journey. I love when somebody's like, come along with me as I build $1 million business. Come along with me as I heal my eating disorder, whatever. Like we love a journey. So you want to take people on a journey, right? Now, again, the one thing I will say here is you want to go back to that visibility codex because based on your astrology and your human design, are you meant to teach from your process or are you meant to teach after you master it, right? Like all of these things come into play. She's clearly somebody who's meant to teach in her process, right?
Say that, but they would never go into details or actually show you how to go about it. So if you feel like you're in that same.
So she's saying, here's what freaking irritates me is everybody is saying this stuff, but nobody's going into the details. So she's telling you what you're about to get from this video. She's teaching from the fire. Her energy is saying like, I'm embodying something. I am embodying something strongly enough. I don't need to do all the editing in my content. I want to take you on this journey with me. So she's getting you to want to root for her. And then she's saying, if you've heard this, piece of information about, what is it? Binge eating. So she specializes in binge eating. If she's talking about this and saying, oh, you have all of these issues and you're seeing all of this stuff about binge eating, but nobody's going into details, she's pulling you in because she's about to take you through the details. So these are really good. That's a good example.
Science shows that our cells can be renewed. And there's actually a patent.
This is a really good example of content too. She's also amazing. Like, actually, I'm going to follow her. She's also really good because she is face so close up in the camera. Most people are not this close to the camera when they're making content. So right away it stops you. There's a beautiful view in the background. And then, hold on.
Science shows that our cells can be renewed.
And she's clipping fast, right? But then she's saying science shows. So she's a neuroscientist. So her people are going to be interested in like fact-based information. So she's breaking that off right away. Science shows that cells can be renewed. She's going to grab people who are into neuroscience, people who are into health. This is a great piece of content. It's up close, it's clippy, it's short.
Actually a patented supplement that has been clinically proven to renew aging cells. It's called MitoPure and it's powered by urolithin A.
This is also a really natural way to do an ad. So even if you were thinking about bringing your business into this, we just saw somebody else do an ad as well. But if you were thinking about bringing your business into this, look at how she leads you into it. Science shows you can renew your cells and it's powered by this ingredient, which is in this thing, right? So you could say like, science shows that you can rewire your subconscious to make more money. And the, method to doing that is XYZ, which I've incorporated in my blah, 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 blah. And so you can like naturally bring things in.
You can tell a person's personality.
The shaking of the camera, the like starting from the bottom. But if you're moving the camera or they go from up to the top or they come from the top to the bottom or they're like moving it around like that, it's an immediate pattern interrupt neurologically. And so it's going to pull you in. And then she's saying the color you love is hiding your real feelings. Like this is a great, oh wow, she's got a lot of engagement, 810,000. People are loving this because it's right away, oh, I know what my favorite color is. Let me see what it means about me. People love to learn about themselves. So how can you she's making all of the content about the viewer and look at it's working. Look at her engagement. It's bringing it in. So let's just see.
By the colors that they like. And it's not just about taste. Color carries deeper emotional truths than people realize. So
she's telling you why it's important.
Let's get into it. Psychology shows that
now she's getting into the science behind it and then she's going to go through the colors. So like there's the visual hook. She's making it all about the audience, right away what you're going to get. And she's saying you can tell a lot about a person by the color that they like. So you could also be thinking like, what is my partner like? That's their favorite color. What's going on with that? Like you can start to put this in place. So she's piqued interest about you, the people she's bringing you in. She's going to give you the psychology facts and then she's going to break it all down. So this is a great video.
I can't seem to go live without somebody being in my comment section saying that somebody.
So this would be the rebel archetype as well. How to break witchcraft off your life. And she's saying, I can't.
I put witchcraft on it. And my answer is typically this. Why?
So hold on. What is her start?
Can't seem to go live without somebody.
I can't do this without somebody X. Automatically you want to know. So she's got a very direct thing here. She is not, there's no fluff. how to break witchcraft off your life. So either you're someone who believes in witchcraft or you're not, but she's calling you in. So if you don't believe in it, you're going to keep scrolling. So she's so direct and so blunt that she is only calling in her people. And then for the people that she is calling in, the people who want to look at witchcraft, she's saying, I can't be on my live without somebody asking us questions. So I'm just going to break it down for you. So she's saying like, everybody wants to know this. She's seeing this question everywhere without saying it the same way everybody else does. Like, I'm seeing this everywhere. Everybody keeps asking. She's saying every time I'm on live, she's also now implanted that she does regular lives. So if this is your type of content, you're going to be like, oh, she does lives. I'm going to follow her. I want to know, next time she's going live because I want to ask her a question.
Being in my comment section saying that somebody put witchcraft on them. And my answer is typically this. Why does it
See how she's cutting constantly too?
work? Because it causes.
So she's little tiny second clips. It's a great piece of content. It brings people right in. She's attracting.
As a Chinese medicine doctor, I want to tell you.
As a Chinese medicine doctor. So first of all, look at the come on.
As a Chinese medicine doctor, I want to tell
the placement. This is a great visual hook as well because she's so much closer to the camera, but it's also at a little bit of an angle, which is, I almost touched my phone again. It's also at a little bit of an angle, which is different from how most people film. So she's already set herself apart.
You what alternatives I would do for retinol or even.
So as a Chinese medicine doctor, she's established her credibility and authority. I'm going to tell you the alternatives I would use for retinol. So she's targeting people who are looking for anti-aging, people who are wanting to improve their skin. She's bringing all of that into this. As a Chinese medicine doctor, I'm going to tell you the alternatives for retinol. Boom. You've got everything right here. And look at, she's got 8,000. Yeah, she's also got great engagement.
Like antibiotics on the face. A reel just went viral and I wanted to share with you alternatives. So instead
a reel just went viral, more credibility. Now I'm going to share with you the alternatives.
of retinol on the face, there's bucochoil, which is a.
And now she's going to educate you. This is a great piece of content. She captures you in and it's a short video. So you're getting a lot from her really quickly. Come on. Come on.
I'm not into slut shaming, but it seems you guys love desserts that are quick.
This is great hook. I'm not into slut shaming. It has nothing to do with food. But immediately if you're, because a lot of people are watching content, taking in content, and they're not always watching, right? Like sometimes they have the phone up, sometimes they're watching, sometimes they're not. But like, even if you saw this and you didn't want to watch food content, the second you hear, I'm not into slut shaming, but you're going to stop and be like, oh, what is this about? Or if that's not your thing, you're going to see the chocolate cake and you're going to be like, I want to know what this girl's making.
Easy and tastes more than a little bit filthy.
Too filthy for Bake Off.
So, welcome back to my series where I put my PhD in nutrition science to good use and bring you.
She has a PhD in nutrition science, so she's giving herself credibility.
Recipes that look like they'll give you a mild heart attack after just one bite, but are secretly made with whole natural ingredients.
Instead of just saying this is like a totally clean version of your favorite dessert, she's saying we're going to make this. It's going to look so good. Like it's going to give you a heart attack, but it's made with the finest. Like she's using a unique way to say the things everybody else is saying, but that's how she's setting herself apart. So these are all like really good pieces of content. Let's just scroll through and see.
Takes 10 minutes to make, zero cooking, and somehow tastes like jalapeno poppers. Welcome back to Chick.
If you post a video and it gets.
See how she's shaking the camera? That's a visual hook. It's a pattern interrupt for the brain. So some of these are like very obvious, going to stop you because it's going to grab your attention because it's something you want. And the other part of it is just a pattern interrupt when you're scrolling 10 times and you're on your 10th video and it's totally different. Your brain goes, whoa, what is that?
Like no views, no likes, like delete it and repost it.
First of all, I don't agree with that, but she's telling you right off the bat what you're going to get. If you're someone who's posting and you're getting no views, no likes, right off the bat, she's calling in a very specific person. So great start to her video.
This one's for the girls who struggle with PCOS or any kind of hormonal imbalance.
If you are a creator or a solopreneur or an entrepreneur and you are not using YouTube.
Okay. So the energy here is saying it's not embodied. It's not embodied. Like hold on.
If you are a creator or a solopreneur or an entrepreneur and you are not using YouTube to grow your business, vision, and mission, then I'm telling you, you are leaving money on the table, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the thing, YouTube is completely.
It's not embodied. I bet like she might be really good at what she does, but it's not embodied on the camera. And this is all okay. Like I'm not criticizing anyone's content because we all go through this stage, myself included. Every time I post a new style of content that I haven't done before, I have to go through this phase of being uncomfortable, but I'm not buying from somebody that I don't believe has done the thing. And she did not she's too far into her content to not have given credibility when she isn't embodying the confidence. So what she should have done is, if you're not using YouTube to blah, 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 as a coach who's taken people from this to this is why, right? And maybe she doesn't have that like proof point yet or whatever it is, but if you're not confident, you need some credibility until you gain confidence. If you're trying to sell, which this video is only trying to sell, it's right here. If she were giving help, if she was just educating or just giving helpful information, the lack of confidence wouldn't matter, but she's selling. And a lack of confidence in selling, it doesn't go together. It doesn't make me want to buy. I don't believe she's done the thing that I want to do on YouTube. So I don't necessarily want to buy from her, right? But I bet I like her energy. She seems very nice. She has like a very white light to her, a high vibration. So I feel like she's probably great at what she does. She just hasn't embodied that yet.
Different than any other platform on social media with the way the algorithm is structured and the way that you actually have to earn people's click and earn people's attention. But being long form social storytelling, it actually builds a deeper relationship with your customers, with your viewers, with your community.
So the hook actually could have been, I'm going to tell you why you need to be on YouTube instead of TikTok, because we're watching it on TikTok, or instead of TikTok or Instagram, because immediately if you're a content creator, you're gonna be like, wait, what? You're on TikTok. Why are you talking? And then it's going to pull you in, right? But if you're selling, you need to have the embodiment. And that's going to be another whole module in this, is like how to sell from embodiment without making it awkward, and just sell from like the confidence of it.
I'm a zookeeper. That's an inside joke, but
this is also a hook. Like the pink blanket behind him, he's laying down. You're kind of like, wait, what? And then it's like, what are you doing for a living? And he says, I'm a zookeeper. So it's like, you're kind of like, wait, what?
I'm a zookeeper.
I'm a zookeeper. You immediately stop, because even if he was saying he's a zookeeper, you're kind of like, wait, are you going to show me animals? Are you going to like whatever? And then he's like, no, like I work in tech, right? He's just answering a question on here, but those are two great hooks. He's laying down. He's got a different, like a color that's kind of out of nowhere. And then he's saying something kind of off the beat that you don't expect. I'm a zookeeper. Great content.
If you're someone who fears making any type of change in your life, it's probably because your nervous system just doesn't feel safe doing so. It's just protecting you. But the thing is that you can actually train your nervous system to be able to handle change. And that is by doing small little doses of discomfort throughout your day or throughout your week.
I actually like this content. I think she should have embodied the teacher archetype here. Because this is giving like relatable, like the energy here is giving like, I'm just relatable and sharing information, but she's talking like a teacher. So I feel like she should have embodied that energy of like, if you're someone who fears making change, let me show you 3 ways. Let me show you why, and then let me show you 3 ways. But she's got good energy here. She's somebody I would like, if this was my topic, I would give a follow, because there's something here. She's embodied, but she's more relatable. She's more confident in what she's saying. But again, I would have embodied like the teacher archetype.
We have a really positive message here. You're just at the.
So if you're sharing like your readings on social media, right off the bat, tell them what the reading's about. If you're not doing it like live and you have, well, you're not doing it live, it's a piece of content. So do the reading, and then you could put like what she did, a little intro. So you can see her video cut. She probably did her whole reading and then was like, okay, we have a really positive reading here. So somebody who's like needing good news is going to stop. You're going to see success, step into your power. Like you can see right off the bat that this is a reading. Like almost every reader does, I did this too, does this type of thing. So immediately your brain goes, oh, this is a reading. And she's going, we have a really positive reading off the bat. And then she's going to take you into the information. So if you're posting readings, it's really great to let people know what the topic of the reading is. So you could record the whole reading and then go back, and then you're done at the end of the reading. You're like, oh, wow, like the main message that the reading wanted to drive home is X. So you have a really positive message here. Da-da-da-da is about to happen. Let's get into it. Great content.
I don't know why people underestimated you. I don't know why people didn't see your power or your worth, but they are
Great. This is a great piece of content. So with her, she's honing in on a very specific audience. So she's also doing a reading. Again, you can see it with all the words and how it's like structured, but she's also giving a very specific piece of information here right off the bat. She's calling it a specific person. I don't know why people underestimated you. She knows that the people she works with that want readings, they're probably feeling unseen. They're probably feeling forgotten. Like they're feeling frustrated. everybody underestimated you. You're the underdog. Like everybody loves an underdog story. Everybody loves those rags to riches stories. Like that's embodied in this archetype right here. And she's super confident.
About to. They are about to. Your goals.
And she's giving people something right off the bat. Like people underestimated you. They're about to regret it. Like that's going to pull someone in to be like, yeah, they did there's probably a very specific person that comes to mind.
I'm getting a channeled message here all about how to transmute.
Visual hook. It's kind of dark. So right, we've had bright.
I don't know why people.
We have a
lot of light.
You're someone who.
We have a really positive message.
A lot of light
I don't know why
backgrounds.
people
And then it goes.
underestimated you.
Do you see how this is a total pattern interrupt?
all about how.
Like total pattern interrupt because it's a totally different color than like the last few.
Y'all, it is
content.
October. That means
Did you see that?
A channeled
spin?
message here.
y'all, it is October. That means winter
She's spun it around, so immediately pattern interrupt. It's October.
arc has officially started. I know it doesn't feel like winter arc if you're in LA, like it still feels like summer, but it is time to lock the fuck in. It is time to get extremely serious about what you want out of your life, what you want out of the rest of the year, and make shit happen. Like no excuses, no bull.
See, she's very bossy here. It is time to lock the fuck in. No more excuses. Blah, 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 blah. Like she's calling in a very specific person. Also, like when you hear it's October, you either know someone's about to talk about like Halloween or somebody's about to talk about like it's time to lock in. You've got 3 more months of the year. Like this is very standard for this time of year content. But right away, she's giving you a very specific point. And she's probably going to talk about how she's going to lock in, and then you're going to want to be on the journey with her.
So I'm totally new to content creation.
Tracy.
So the lesson here in the mastery of recognizing.
So, okay. The distinction between structure and essence. This is going to call in a very specific person because I don't even know what that means necessarily when I first read it. Like I'd have to actually stop and think about it. And so if I was coming across this piece of content, I would stop her and be like, wait, what does that mean? Like I would like pause it and like really think about it. It looks like she's recording maybe a podcast and she's putting a clip. A lot of people do these podcast clips with no context. So you're coming into this with no context. It's kind of confusing. Personally, I wouldn't stop on this video. I would keep moving because there's nothing here that tells me exactly what I'm going to get or what I'm learning. I'm not somebody who is instinctively drawn to structure and essence or wanting to learn that. She would have to tell me why that's important for me to want to dive in. Again, great piece of content. I'm just not her audience, but I'm just telling you, like, when you're doing these podcast clips, there has to be context to things. Like, you don't want to clip a piece of a podcast that, like, you don't want to totally feel like you came in mid-conversation and don't know what you're walking into.
I just finished a fast on one lady just now for 72 days. 72.
Bright yellow shirt is a hook. I know sometimes it just looks like it's what somebody's wearing, but those colors, well, we saw the video on colors, right?
2 days. She was terribly overweight. She had diabetes. She had hypertension.
He right off the bat goes into, I just finished with a woman who did a fast. So anybody who's on the fasting train is going to be pulled into this content. He's talking about all the illnesses she had. It's very obvious he's going to go into how all of those were cured. So like he's pulling people right in right away with what he's talking about, which his thing is fasting. Okay. So we've looked at a bunch of content and we've talked about some of the different hooks and different types. You've seen what it looks like when somebody embodies it. You've seen the different archetypes. You've seen like how we can do a pattern interrupt on the brain. There's so many different ways. And everybody we watched who just made content is fucking amazing. I love all of those videos. I honor anybody who is putting anything out there. There is no criticism in those videos. This is just helping you understand where people are at in their visibility journey. So you can also see it from that perspective and understand how you can increase the engagement and the retention on your content, because you need to bring people into your world. You need that strong hook to stop the scroll. This is why I always say, do not be in a sea of sameness. Do not be doing the same thing everybody else is doing, because unless you have a really embodied frequency, you're just getting lost among the people and it's not interesting. So that's why it's important to be you and not try to do what other people do. And then be very clear in those first 3 seconds. Why should somebody stop the scroll? Always think about that. Why should somebody stop the scroll? And what can I say right now that's going to get the right people to stop and the right people to keep scrolling? So that's your deep dive on some content. Play around, start thinking about tonight, like when you're scrolling on content or whatever, whenever you do that, start to just notice what people are doing and then start to play with things and be like, oh, I liked when they did that. Maybe I'll try it. Like I've done some things where I've done like transitions, like coming up to the table and whatever. Like I've played with things and then I'm like, meh, I don't really like it. Sometimes I've loved it. So I play with it, post it, see how I feel about it. You should do the same. Start to recognize how you stop, what stops you, why are you stopping, and start to really implement more of that strategy. And I promise you, if you can master some of these more strategic things, your content will improve. Your engagement, bringing people into your world will improve. And then it gives you a chance to fully embody your frequency so that you can worry less about strategy and let your frequency do the work for you. So you've got this. Happy content creating.